Today we're pitting two Langdon tactical shooting machines against each other, the Beretta 92G Elite LTT versus the Beretta PX4G-SD. Welcome back to the Humble Marksman channel. I'm David and this is a Beretta 92 and this is a Beretta PX4. Now this is going to be an on-the-range shooting test, but I do want to talk through the ergonomics before we get out there. But first, I need to support my dads who are out there in the audience. Guys, you guys have the most important job in the world, and allow me to help you on your quest with this. What do you call a one-legged hippo? A hoppo. Now both of these guns are as they come from the Langdon Tactical folks, including the LTT grips that are kind of like thin that come on the 92. The PX4 actually comes with a decal grip in the box that you can apply once you have the appropriate back strap on. So there's that. Now both of these guns have full-length feature reviews on my channel, so be sure and check those out if you want. I'll put links in the description if you want to follow them. This is a video I've wanted to make for a while because I love the 92, but the PX4 recently has captured my attention because I'm afraid it might be better. But I want to talk through kind of the form factor about both of these guys. So from a grip perspective, my big gripe with the 92 is I've got fat palms and I pinch my hand on reload. You can see that the heel of my palm sticks out well past the bottom of the grip. The PX4 has this little mullet grip where it extends down at the bottom, and that helps keep my fat palm away from it, so I really like that about the PX4. The actions are completely different with a locking block system, so the barrel doesn't really move. It just kind of moves forward and backward. It doesn't tilt up, and all of the slide mass is below it, but the bore axis is super duper high on the 92s. The bore axis is marginally improved maybe on the PX4, however it uses a totally different action with that rotating barrel action that you see there. This seems to nerf a lot of the recoil. The GSD version has the heavier bull barrel in it. This is a 40 caliber barrel that was actually bored out to be a 9mm and not a 40 cal, so the wall diameter is thicker on the barrel. Yes, YouTube. That's how they're making it at the factory. Now the barrel length on the Elite is 4.7 inches with a target crown versus a 4-inch barrel on the PX4. The 92 weighs about, not quite 35 ounces versus the PX4, which weighs about 29. So in theory, this should be the nicer shooting gun, but when I was just shooting the PX4, I can't help but notice that the rotating barrel does seem to have some magic in it and make the gun more shootable. So with that, I took it to the range to see what would happen. So here we are at the 7-yard line. We're gonna do doubles, which kind of has gamer implications, kind of has self-defense implications. It's whatever you want to use it for, but it's going to tell us about how the guns are moving and my ability to return them to zero. Shooter plays a big factor in this. However, there's still, I think, stuff we can learn here, so let's get into it. They've got the same optics, so that's less of a concern, finding my grip on the gun, because the grips are a lot different. So, it's feeling pretty good. Okay. I mean, this gun needs really aggressive grips to hold it on target. That's an excellent grouping at 7 yards. Everything's real close together. I kept it controlled real well. Trigger speed wasn't the greatest, but I mean, it was pretty good. So that felt pretty good. All right, Mr. PX4, let's see how we do here. I feel like I have to work for it in a different way. Honestly, like 3 shots got away from me a little bit higher, still acceptable with the PX4. The 92 performed better, technically, but I don't know. I feel like I had to work harder with the 92. This gun is still new to me, so it is a little bit of work I'm having to put into it, trying to figure it out a little bit. 92 I used to compete with, so there's that to focus with as well. But I mean, both were pretty good groups, not bad. I'm gonna do a little bit of a practical shoot at 7 yards. I got 3 targets in an array out here, just testing the practical capability of the guns. We use USPSA hit factor scoring to see how the guns are and see if there's some kind of stratification on points. Some of this is gonna come down to shooter skill, obviously, but it's the same shooter, so the information is still meaningful. All right, here we go. Over-rotated on the far right target, through a Charlie and 270. All right, decock, let's go again. All right, much nicer that time. Unload, show clear. The
Time was 2:68, getting kind of used to it. Not bad. 1 Charlie total. All right, got Mr. 92 here. Let's see how this goes. All right, that's a 265, all alpha. It's getting to go second, so it gets the benefit of me getting warmed up a little bit. Up through a Charlie on the last one. That's a 264, so very consistent from a gun standpoint, very consistent runs. It is easier to work with, but it definitely highlights the fact in my palm that you need really aggressive grips to get the most out of the gun. All right, I'm backed up to 15 yards here to test out the guns. 15 yards is going to be where the differences start to actually matter. At inside 10 yards, it's basically spitting distance and you almost don't need sights. At 15 yards, the gun and how it's coming together with the shooter is going to start to manifest in very real and observable ways. It's going to be even more exaggerated at 25. So this is really where it starts to become important in what the gun is doing. So let's see how we do here. We'll start with the PX4G-SD. Everything is going to start decocked. Let's see how we do. All right, decock, that's a 298. I think I've got 1 Charlie high on the center target, but other than that, let's go. Ooh, that might be a line breaker there on the right target. The gun feels great. Definitely having to clamp down real hard with the support hand like you'd expect on a polymer, a little lightweight gun. The thing weighs like 29 ounces, so very, very light. The 92 has a bigger advantage from the weight perspective. We'll see how it does. All right, here we are. Let's go, Mr. 92. Ooh, trigger freeze on that last one. And I think I threw a Charlie. That's a 329. That was not my best work. That was pretty bad. I feel like I have to fight the 92 for control more than the polymer gun. I think if I had more grippy grips, it would probably be even better, but it's not so bad. Let's just see how the hits are. I mean, I was slower. I mean, that's 334. I was slower with the 92 than I was with the PX4. It just felt like it wanted to rotate more than the PX4. So there's that. 25-yard line, that's where the weight from the 92 I think is going to really start to show up and shine, but maybe the stability of the rotating barrel of the PX4 carries the day. All right, here we go. All right, I might have thrown a no-shoot on that one. That's going to be catastrophically bad if that's the case, but I think I feel like I hooked a shot slightly low and right. It's too far away to see. 378's the time. All right, that was a 433. Took a little bit more time with it after fearing a no-shoot. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, let's gotta go look at them, right? "25 yards, Mr. GSD. Let's see what we got here. All right, definitely hooked 1 Charlie on that third target. The other hits felt good. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what happens. That's a 399. I don't think I commented on the time, so I have to extract that in post, but it feels pretty good. I think that's definitely gone better than the 92 did. Honestly, at this distance, I think I prefer the PX4 more, and I think it has a lot to do with the hooked or the Gray Guns trigger that comes on the PX4 version. I think I much prefer that for this. We'll see how it finishes in the accuracy testing, but let's go look at those hits. All right, we're already starting to see that I think I have a preference for the PX4 at 25 yards, but just for giggles, we're going to see how my accuracy is with both guns. We'll shoot the PX4 first this time, but this is going to be the best that I can do extracting accuracy from these guns. It's not going to be the mechanical accuracy. I understand why you guys ask for bench resting. It doesn't so much matter to me because I'm looking for how my hand interfaces with the gun and what I'm going to be able to get out of them, not what I'm able to do from a sterile rest environment. Ammo being shot is SMB 115, so pretty consistent, a little bit hot for target loads, but let's see where we land on this right here, since it's probably a little bit too much dot. All right, I can tell that this ammo is hitting higher than what I zeroed it for when I first put the dot on the gun. So I think we'll have a good group, but it's going to be about 3 inches higher than where the zero bullseye is. All right, Mr. 92. All right, don't feel great about that group, be honest with you. Nothing left but to go look at them. All right, I got my hat cam so you can see what I'm seeing on these targets, but this is the PX4's target. I've got a nice group. I mean, honestly, that's from 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's probably about 4 inches out to out. It just happens to be about 4 inches higher than it should be on the target. But you can see I got two holes touching there, with the third one pretty close by. Very, very consistent. Honestly, that's about as good as I can do with most pistols freestyle, unless it's my open gun. So coming over here to Mr. 92, I got 2 holes touching. These 3 are very close together. A couple that I hooked with the 92 trigger shape, I'm prone to hooking, and so that definitely came into play here as we're looking at this. But ultimately, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So roughly a 4-inch group as well, with kind of a couple different pockets. That just happens to be where my skill's at today. So I'm able to extract accuracy from both guns. It looks like the zero on the 92 is a little bit low and the zero on the PX4 is a little bit high. So let's go look at these from kind of a context of what the guns are going to be used for and see if that kind of moves the needle any. So here we are. We got the PX4 and the 92. Now, one thing I can say about the PX4 is that I'm in no risk of pinching my hand on reloads. But the mag funnel, I mean, I guess it's not any worse than the original mag funnel. This is one I used to compete with, and you can kind of see that it's all kind of scuffed up as well. This gun just feels like it wants to rotate more. And I mean, being a 5-inch gun, I'm sure I'm getting more velocity out of the gun, but like, what does that get me? I mean, better expansion, I guess, on my hollow points. I definitely didn't realize how much I liked this straight trigger. It's especially nice once you get to the single action. The triggers between the two guns, I mean, they're both brilliant guns. Langdon makes amazing double action, single action guns. They're really, really good. From a concealed carry standpoint, this gun, I mean, if I was gonna try and carry it, is easier to carry. They both are relatively short gripped guns. Like if you just kind of do that. The PX4 grip's a little bit longer if you had the flush mag in there. But I used to carry these when I was competing with them because I was just madly in love with 92s for a minute, because I mean, these are really, really nice guns. I like the Langdon 92s, but I do find myself gravitating to the PX4 because I get better performance out of it. That's me personally. That's not going to be everybody. It's got a 4-inch barrel. It can hold a light just like the 92 can. It's lighter weight, which, I mean, for distance shooting, it takes a little bit more time to make sure the sight picture is good. You got to let that dot steady down a little bit more. But at the same time, there's just so much going on with this gun that works well for me. So I would have to say that I probably prefer the PX4 to the Langdon 92. But I'm curious where you land on that. Sound off in the comments and let me know.